things turn
how
out
self-promotion is your
so much
superpower for marketing.
well, unexpectedly
We're going to
better
talk about today
than
how
you could have even
self-promotion is
planned
your
for when it was on the
super
schedule. So
duper
these ways that we
marketing
challenge
superpower.
ourselves to come up
Let's
with
go.
things
Good morning. Good morning. Good
when maybe we're not quite
morning. I
prepared,
hope your
those are
Monday is
ways that
well. I
we
hope you're doing
stretch and
great
we
today.
can
I'm
lean
doing
into that
fantastic. In fact, we're going live shortly. We're going to hear a little bit on Clubhouse now.
whatever it is. I am capable. I
If
am
you're
prepared.
hearing
And
me
last night when I
IG,
was thinking
you
about,
don't
do
hear
I
the
want to start
Clubhouse
this
side.
45-minute
But if you're
segment
watching on
because I don't
LinkedIn,
really have
Facebook, or
anything planned
Twitter,
to talk about?
you're hearing Monica
I
Ricky
thought, you know what?
on the
Just
Clubhouse
have
side
faith in
talking about good
yourself.
morning,
You are
Damaris. How are
capable.
you?
You
We're
can
going to
do
talk
this.
about how
You can bring
personal our
value. You don't
self-promotion
have
is
to
your
have 4
marketing
days to prepare,
superpower. I
like
hope
you
you're
do
doing
for your
well
regular
today.
Saturday segment.
I'm doing pretty darn
So
great.
I'm really grateful that I
And
was able to
today's a brand new
embrace
day. I
that
was in San
that
Antonio.
identity,
I'm
embrace that
back at my
belief, right?
headquarters, home
And do the
office.
thing that was in
Then I'll be back
alignment
to
with that
Atlanta in a
belief
bit. And
by
so I hope you're
bringing
all
this
well. We're going to
topic
start
and
soon.
creating and
Monica
having the
Ricky's
faith that I could
getting
create a
ready to end her
conversation that would change
segment.
this room. So I'm super duper grateful. And as we leave today, I
Hey, on
do
the IG
challenge you
side, I know you
to
don't hear what's
begin
happening in my
questioning
headphones.
the
Bear
things you
with
think
me.
are
I'll
facts
be with you
might be beliefs.
in just
Go
a bit.
in, do the work,
Waiting
sit
for
quietly,
this
pay
current
attention,
segment to
listen to
conclude by
yourself.
Monica. And then I'll be
These are
going
the
live.
things that
Hey,
will help
IG,
you
well,
to
I'm live
become
already,
the
but you know what
best
I mean.
version
I'll
of your
be
life
paying
and to
full
get
attention to all
into
streams, all
alignment with
platforms.
yourself
I
and
go
in
live a bit
alignment
earlier
with
because I think
yourself,
it
you can
pings the
create
algorithm, pings all of you,
incredible,
gives you
powerful
time to
impact for
join in.
yourself and for others. And I am handing the microphone over to the amazing Ramon Ray. Ramon, take it away.
Hey, Monica, thanks so much. Can you hear me okay? Good morning.
Yepper.
Good, Monica. How are you? Your segment today was so well. How are things in the last 7 days of your world? You doing all right?
Oh, I'm doing great. All my accommodations for my next 2 stops have
Mhm.
both fallen through, and so
Falling
I
through is good or
am
bad?
in it. You know what? Falling through is what it
I
is,
mean,
which
falling through, it
means
didn't happen, meaning.
meaning didn't
Oh,
happen.
okay, okay, okay.
And so I'm rejiggering my travel plans,
Got it.
and it's just an opportunity to lean into mastery and have faith and really sort of count on that guiding belief that I have that everything works in my favor, and it always does.
I love it. And Monica, you wouldn't believe it. That's the title of my segment today called Rejiggering. No, I'm just joking. Monica Ricky, thank you so very much. So good to hear your voice. And I hope those plans no longer fall through, but fall up. And I know they will for you, Monica. But thank you so much for being here. And I hope you all click on Monica's lovely, lovely profile, Monica, in the, what is it, as you say, Monica, turquoise circle. We'll definitely click on Monica, all the things she does and brings to the world. And you can see many of her segments at bwcdaily.com. So, Monica, thanks so much. And good morning to you. And good morning to everyone here. I'm Ramon Ray, and you're listening to Breakfast with Champions. I hope your day has been fantastically blessed, fantastically well. Today, we're going to talk about how self-promotion is your marketing superpower. So I'm excited to talk to you about that today. And good morning on the Instagram side. I hope you're well. Good morning on the live streaming across a variety of platforms, Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and Instagram. I think I said that, and YouTube. So I'm doing great today. Just landed from San Antonio, Texas, where I was at the National Speakers Association Winter Conference. Arrived there late last night. And then later on this week, I'll be in Atlanta with Lamar Tyler's team, Traffic Sales and Profit. And then I'm excited. At the conclusion of that, I'll be going to San Diego to host of the social media marketing world. So that's what I'm up to. Shay Brown, what's up, man? And Shay, if you didn't know it, sales is service. Good morning, Pierre Dubois, who's here on the LinkedIn side. So glad you're here today. So let's dive right into it. We got 29 minutes to go. And if you're not familiar with Breakfast with Champions, especially on the LinkedIn and Twitter and other side and IG, Breakfast with Champions, you can find more about us at BWC Daily. What we do, though, is very simple. We're about motivation, education, inspiration with a dose of positivity, helping you live your best life or grow your business. Tara Murney, good morning. This is what we do, and we're here to serve you. So you can check out a lot of our content from our host and others as we grow at BWC Daily. Many of you have come up to me and said, Ramon, what's going on in Dallas? Well, in Dallas, April 13th and 14th, we'll be having the Champions Business Conference, where Trevor Houston and I are co-producing that event. We have Yvonne Kisner, who led $1 billion big NFL campaign about how to get avocados from Mexico to the U.S. And that was an amazing campaign she led. She'll be speaking, and other amazing speakers as well. Chas Wilson, some of you know him. He's a master of networking and all things making an impact. So that's Champions Business conference. You can find information about that at bwcdaily.com/Dallas23. A number of people have signed up or will sign up. They're probably waiting for the ticket prices to go up, and that's fine. But good morning. Let me just take a minute to acknowledge my clubhouse peeps. Yen, good morning. Ramona, good morning. Crystal, good morning. Love that pic of you. William Arpit, what's up? Kim, I hope you're well. And good morning. Antonio, Liddell, Pamsky, BJ Felicia's here in the house. Kermit just joined on the stage. Mary Lynn, Christina. Why did I say Christina? I don't know. It sounds cool. Jeff, good morning, sir. How are you? Alvin, what's up, man? I was just talking about you a few days ago with somebody. They said, real estate, Alvin. My world stopped. I said, real estate? Ooh, I know a guy. So I talked about you. Stars Tina's here, always with her infectious energy. Dre Baldwin, so good to see you. Eric and Araya, Michael, Tyrone Poole, Terra Murney, Dora Maria, Coach Zal, Kermit, and many others of you who are in the listening audience. Glad you're here. John and Jessica and TC, and so many more. So let's get the show started. I'm excited to be here today talking about the power of self-promotion. Self-promotion's important. And let me break it down and tell you why. Let me show you what I mean by self-promotion. Let me just touch on that. And these are principles we talk about in the whole rubric of attention plus trust equals sales. Attention plus trust equals sales. We talk about all this in our Celebrity CEO framework. And you can download that free blueprint at celebrityceo.com/blueprint, celebrityceo.com/blueprint. I encourage you to download that resource. And I'm a firm believer that self-promotion is your marketing superpower. Those of you on the IG side, if you watch this on the streaming platforms, LinkedIn or otherwise, you can see some things I'm showing up. But let me tell you how I self-promote first, and then I'll tell you why I do it. So here's an example, and some of you have seen this already, of a picture of me live in San Antonio. A little picture there. Simple, simple, simple. Here's another little picture here announcing that Ramon's going to be at Growth Con. And I said in the post, I wasn't a speaker, but I let people know that I will be there. Hey, Stars Tina, good morning. Here's another one that I put up just a few days ago, live in San Diego. Join Ramon at the largest social media conference in the world as he hosts that. In the coming days, you'll see me talking about Join Ramon live at VCon, as Gary Vee has asked Ramon to join him in being a host at VCon with 10,000 people. So here's the power of self-promotion, and it's a skill and art, a tactic that I want you all to consider embracing for your own business. And I'm curious in the chat on Clubhouse, how many of you already do quite a bit of self-promotion? If you're a self-promoter, put an SP in the chat, SP for self-promotion. How many of you feel self-promotion? I want to see that in the chat. And then I want to know how many of you feel self-promotion is one of those arrogant, narcissistic things that only jerks do. I want you to put a J in the chat. Be honest. So we got some self-promoters. Good. Okay, some self-promoters. And how many of you think that self-promotion is just good? Kimberly, I like that. Kimberly, I love it, Kimberly. I got to talk to you live. Let's see if I change your mind after today's. And Josie, good morning. Glad you're here. Kathy, good morning. Glad you're here. Tara, glad you're here on the LinkedIn side as well. So let's dive into it, self-promotion. So I've showed some pictures, I'll show them again, of what I do, just so we're on the same page here, so you can kind of see what I mean when I say self-promotion. There's a few pictures of me just showing it here on the LinkedIn side, showing it on the live Twitter, live Facebook side, the power of self-promotion. I'm a firm believer in it. And hopefully today I can convince you that you may want to do it yourself. So here's why in the principles of self-promotion. No one is going to promote you as much or as correctly or within context, if you do it right, as you promote yourself. Why? Because we're all selfish people. No matter how much I love Tara, I'm not going to blow Tara up in my LinkedIn feed. It's not going to happen. No matter how much I love Dre Baldwin, I'm not going to blow him up in my Facebook feed. It's going to be about me. So self-promotion's important. And oftentimes we're self-promoting ourselves, though, in a buy from me. But I would dare say the art of self-promotion, as we talk about the Celebrity CEO Blueprint, is the aspect of either A, getting attention, but more than attention, I would say it's the aspect, hey, Tina, that's only on the live video streaming side. But it's actually in the part about building trust. This is what it's about. People want to work with winners. People want to work with winners. And the more you are artfully self-promoting yourself, you are telegraphing to them that you're a winner, that you're a baller, you're somebody worthy for them to consider working with. This is self-promotion. I've done it for years and years and years and years, and it's powerful. As I talked before, I self-promote myself so much. When people reject me for conferences like South by Southwest did or other organizations, hey, no, we don't want you to speak. I promote that. Rejected, ... So South by Southwest said no to Ramon. Ha! It's promotion. Having a little humor, poke a little fun at myself. So this is why I encourage you all to get into the habit of self-promoting yourselves in some way, shape, or form. You're telegraphing to the world that you're a winner, reminding me who you are, reminding me of your brand, reminding me of what hot stuff you are, and it will induce me to possibly want to work with you now or at some point in the future. Kimberly says, I'm a baller. I know you are, Kimberly. It reminds people of that. Now, humility is nice. Humility is nice. And everybody has a different strategy for doing it. But I'm a firm believer that you don't want to be humble, as it were, in my context, in marketing. You don't want to hide yourself. Hide it under a candle. No, I'm going to let it shine. I'm going to let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. That's me mimicking a small 4-year-old child who has no clue how to sing or what they're singing in some Sunday school sing-a-thon. Don't hide it. Don't hide it under a candle. No, let your personal brand shine. Now, what are the things that you're going to self-promote? You don't want to self-promote too much. You don't want to self-promote things that are not self-promotionable. Yay! I went to I shook hands with Ramona today. Well, that could be self-promotionable. But my point being, hey, I walked to the store today. I got coffee today. Now that's just the regular IG stuff we do on stories and things to share with our community, which is a cousin to that. But I don't mean just everything. Oh, I went to the library today. That's not self-promotion. But I'm talking about if Barack Obama, if Oprah, if President Trump, if the Dalai Lama, and if Timbuktu, all 4 of them, and Martin Luther King sat down with you on the couch, you better promote that sucker. That's self-promotion. You feel what I'm saying? No, I can sing, Tina. I can sing a little bit, though. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it. I just want to do that for you, Tina. So, but my point being is, these are the things you want to save up and promote. And I'm going to put my picture up there, this thing again, to give you a sense, those of you watching the video, to show you the context. I don't just mean saying it, but do you see how purposely I put this picture together? Those of you watching this on the LinkedIn side, on the YouTube side, on the Twitter side, and those of you who are not knowing what it is, you can go to just my LinkedIn if you want to see it, but that's not important. It'll be gone in a minute. But what I did, I used the power of Canva and did 3 layers. One layer was a nice image that was related to what I'll be doing, picture at people at an event. Another picture was me with a nice suit on and me, speaking. And then I layered over the words live in San Diego as an example. That's something all of you can do. Part of the Celebrity CEO framework, the blueprint we talk about, building attention, building trust, which leads to sales. This is the game. And this is the power of self-promotion. And I dare say most of you don't do it enough. And when I do my self-promotion, I do 3 different image types. I do a square image, which I share on Facebook and Instagram. I do a horizontal image, which I can do on Twitter and LinkedIn. And I do a skyscraper vertical type image, which I can share on an IG story or Facebook story. And I share that over time. I'm not necessarily sharing the same thing, but over time, the right fit audience, the right fit community is seeing Ramon's out there. Ramon's who he does. Oh, Ramon's doing this with Gary Vee. Oh, Ramon's doing this at Social Media Marketing World. Oh, Ramon's doing this with this. Oh, Ramon's doing this. And it's not distasteful. In fact, it's tasteful because these are my fan base. These are people who are cheering me, but they want a reason to work with me. They want a reason to know, why should we keep investing with Ramon? Why should we keep listening to Ramon? Why should we be part of what he's doing? This is the power of self-promotion. And all of you can do this. All of you can do this. You should be self-promotion machines. And I do say, a second thing I often say is that you all should be media companies, in fact, as well. You all should be producing your own great content, not just sales stuff. In fact, that should be the least of what you're doing. But you should be producing content that makes me want to follow you. Dre Baldwin, who's going to come with after me in about 15 minutes, does that very well. I'm on his email list. He emails me about, I don't know what, 6 times a day. That's a joke. It feels like it sometimes. But it's insightful, good content. So does Dr. Fred. Dr. Fred, our book publisher member. He emails several times and his content's lit. I save his content. These are the 99 things you shouldn't put in your book. I got to read it. I think Dre Baldwin recently in his campaign, it's a campaign. He has the tips on books in his. He wrote like 75,000 different books. So my point being, this is powerful. It reinforces who you are to your current customers, those who can buy again after you. Those can be repeat customers. Thank you, Tarika. And then it's also for your future customers. It's for your future customers who are following you, your future customers who are considering buying from you, your future customers who do want to work with you. It gives them a reason to do so. Gives them the reason to do so. And Tarika, just for you, because you're a valued member of the Ramon Ray Tribe. Tarika, let me throw that picture up again. Just want you to see kind of what I'm doing. And you may have seen it on social, but this is one Tarika live in San Antonio, if you're watching now. And this is one again to show those who may have just came live here in Las Vegas, things like that. This is me announcing that I'll be speaking at Social Media Marketing World. So these are simple little banners, simple little promos, but anybody can do this. And it just telegraphs you to your tribe, telegraphs you to your audience. That's my playbook. That's how I do it. Hey, Marvin, good to have you here, Marvin. Good to have you here. So this is the reason for it. And there's there's a few more reasons. There's another reason why you want to do this. It's not just for your future customers. It's not even just for your current customers. It's for another group of people. But give me 1 second. I'm a bit parched. On a Monday morning, a little before 8, when you take that Cafe Bustelo Keurig caffeine-filled little round disky thing and pop that in the Keurig machine, it goes, and you hit the go button. There's nothing better than that experience. The water just dripped. Nothing beats that. Okay, thank you. That was a small break. So here's a third group of people. The third group of people that your self-promotion is good for. Your referral sources and allies. Dr. Nadia, what's up? Good to have you here, Queen. Good to have you here, Dr. Nadia. You slayed just a few days ago at the NSA event. Thank you. So it's also for your allies and future people. And I'll use Dr. Nadia as an example. I may never buy from Dr. Nadia. Dr. Nadia may never buy from me. But I tell you one thing, we're definitely each other's referral sources. I definitely know what she does and can refer her. So that's this third group of self-promotion. People who are your allies, people who are your friends, people who want to be in your vibe, people who already want to give to you and support you and already want to be in what you're doing. It gives them another reason to, oh, that's right, that guy Ramon, that's right, Tarika, that's right, Tara, that's right, Dr. Nadia. So don't just think of the customer today. Think of your allies. I look here on Clubhouse, I follow. Maybe, for example, the amazing Ramona, right? Maybe I will never be a customer of Ramona. I will never buy from her. She'll never buy from me. Maybe. But by us being in the same circles, as her telegraphing, self-promoting what she does, she puts her brand more in my mind for me to be able to promote her. And again, these are the things we talk about in the Celebrity CEO Blueprint as we build out the Celebrity CEO brand to help people build their personal brands. You'll be seeing a lot more come from Ramon. Yes, Ramon Ray is the founder of zoneofgenius.com. Yes, Ramon Ray is leading the BWC community. Yes, Ramon Ray is a motivational speaker and event host all over the world. Yes. And yes, as well, Ramon also wants to help small business owners, coaches, authors, creators, speakers build their personal brands. It's all online. Just Google it. Just Google it. Or you can look at celebrityseo.com and download that blueprint. So I encourage you, don't be timid about the art of self-promotion. If you're timid about promoting yourself, why should I work with you? Why should I hire you? Why should I refer you if you won't even promote yourself? And I'm not saying you'd have to do it to the level of me. Maybe I promote it a bit much. Maybe people think it is a bit much. I personally don't think it is. So that may not be to your level, and you have to do it your style. But my style, as I'm sharing with you today, is the power of the image and graphics and images and inserting myself in the conversation of others. Like I showed you, social media marketing world, one of the biggest social media events in the world. I think at its height just had 7,000 or so people there, I think, something like that. It's a big event for social media people. Some of the biggest names in social media have been there. Pat Flynn and Jay Baer and Gary Vaynerchuk has spoken there, and Mari Smith has spoken there, right? Huge, huge event. So for me to align myself and say that, hey, the biggest social media event in the world, Ramon Ray was asked to come and be a host, that's a big deal. Sharing that with my audience. And I'll do it again in 2 days. I'll do it again in a week. I'll do it again in a month. Not the same event, but as God blesses me to have my brand growing, I'll be sharing it with you. Because there's three types of people in my community. There's those who are my customers, those who could be my future customers, and the bulk of people are my allies. Those could say, Ramon, I'll refer you here, or Ramon, join me on stage. I'd love to work with you. Meaning, Ramon, not to work with you, but join me on my stage as I have things coming up, as we plan our digital conferences. Here's another thing, as we have our Champions Business Conference in Dallas. How can I remember who made to invite, or if they're good tonight or speaking or not? Those who I see your video, those I see your content, those I see you on stage, those I see you positioning yourself as a speaker, as a thought leader, it's easy for me to pick. I don't have to think of, what's up, Candace? All good. So glad you jumped me on IG. I don't have to think about it because you're in my feed. Tara Murney, her LinkedIn is on fleek. I think that's how you say it. So you're hearing names not because I like anybody more. Well, I kind of do. But it's if you're on my feed providing value and I'm seeing you, I can't help but think of it. I have an event that I'll be leading next year. Do you know I already have Dre in mind? He don't even know it yet. I already have Dre in mind to ask him if he wouldn't mind coming to speak, because I'm on the dude's email list and I see him dropping science all day long in my email. So it's not about who I'm hiring, who's going to give me money. It's about who I want to be in the circle of. And you can do this too. Self-promotion is an underutilized superpower that all of us can be leveraging more. And we heard Richard Bliss, a NSA, National Speaker Association member. Richard Bliss, look him up. Amazing LinkedIn tips. He kind of hinted this when he posts on LinkedIn. Post on LinkedIn, refer about somebody else's post, share that with your community. That's like a humble brag. That's like, I don't know the word to use, but that's like a strategy. I'm not asking nothing about them. I'm not calling them out. I just tagged them in my post to my followers. They're going to be curious, what in the world did Ramon say? Boom, shaka, laka. And there goes more self-promotion. So all of us can do it. We have 9 more minutes to go. I want to engage my fam on the BWC side. You who watch this on IG Live, thank you so much for being here. In about 15 minutes, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to have this available to share. It's not going to be available to share yet, but about 10 minutes it will be. Do me a favor. If this was useful for you, share it. So on the IG side, I wish you a wonderful day. The art of self-promotion. Let me end this video here. Those who watch this video on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook, thanks for watching this. Don't forget to check out celebrityceo.com. And when this broadcast becomes available, share this and let somebody else know it was useful.